Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com. Today is Monday, May the 24th, 2010, and we've got another free alert for you like we do every night. Let's check this out. First off, before we get started, we got to talk to you about AMTD. We recommended this one, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And you might have gotten into this one. She gapped away from you at the open, so you wouldn't have got a recommended entry point, but a lot of guys know how to trade those. So if you did get into that, and you've traded on down here, we told you you could exit at the time when the slow stotch hits the 20 line. That has happened right here. So you might have exited there or lowered your stop. The main thing to do is to take your stop loss limit that was 10% above your entry point and lower that down to lock in some gains, plain and simple. Also, you could short more here. You've got the inverted hammer on today's signal, uh, today's candlestick right there, inverted hammer. So yeah, I would short that with a 10% stop, plain and simple, or you could let it stop right there, okay? 1930 would be a nice little spot for it. Previous high, and you could just go short at 1766, and this gap still has not filled, and she's probably going to roll over much lower anyway, so yeah, that's what I do. I just be shorting, okay? But today's alert is not AMTD. I just wanted to basically keep going back. On occasion, I'll pick up an alert that we've already issued, and I come back and show it to you and say, as I always say, bring your stop loss limit from up here, once she's moved in your favor, down to lock in a gain. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Um, it's a smart way to trade, okay? Plain and simple. Now let's look at today's free alert. Now, as I've said before, still the same today. There are literally hundreds of stocks out there with great signals for shorts. I'm just giving you one a night, okay? So don't think this is the best or the only one out there. I mean, there's tons of them out there, okay? Today is Apple. We've got a gap up today, an inverted hammer. We keep seeing these inverted hammer here, here. We've seen several. The main thing is the reason why Apple's hesitating to go lower is because it's a good company. It's a strong company. It's got good fundamentals, but it's going to get taken down by the overall market going much lower. And that right there is why you want to short Apple. Uh, she has had a really good run, moved much, much higher than the overall markets and many of the stocks out there. So she has overextended herself, but she's putting up a fight as the market starts to fall lower. But as the market gets weaker and weaker and goes lower and lower, the fight will end. The bulls will start realizing what we're saying about our market analysis. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, and then they will, start giving into the selling too, just like you saw back in 2008. Apple fought it for a while, but then the end result was it fell much lower. Okay, and with the inverted hammer, you've got to be short, plain and simple. That's a signal that says short here. Uh, we'll talk about inverted hammers more in the future. Right now, you can look and notice that the slow stotch is still way up here at 64, close to the overbought line, and she is the oversold line. You don't want to cover till she hits the 20 line, okay? That's where you do the covering on that guy. All right, let's look at our disclaimer. Well, before we go, the stop. Place your stop 10% above your entry point or previous high of 272.46. So your previous high is that, and you would be 1 cent above it at that point. Okay. If you're going to use a 10% stop, then just use a 10% above your entry point. Recommended entry point is 246.76 or higher if at all possible. Okay, now our disclaimer. The disclaimer, the information you can read. Okay. Listen up. Perfect Stock Alert is 100% free, and we're awesomely accurate. And we have lots of cool members who know a whole bunch of stuff about a whole bunch of stuff. So what are you doing going anywhere else, man? Go check out perfectstockalert.com. Go tell your friends to check it out, and we'll be thankful. And then we'll keep serving you like we are, and that's awesome. It's a win-win situation. The only person that loses is the advertisers that pay us to advertise to you. And we keep that at a minimal. So go to the website, check it out. It's awesome. Yes. All right. Later, guys. See you tomorrow. God bless.